3 videos in a row. Well, back to back to back, right? And this video, oh my god, dude. I said to myself I wasn't gonna like watch his video because I have so much on my plate. I gotta do the lore, all this bullshit. But temptation got the best of me, and I really, really, really wanted to know if Rehab Room was going to address the current state of affairs with, how the world's dealing with like, the politics, with, not just so much inceldom, or but like, people of his faith, people of his background, ethnicity, and all that stuff. He addressed it. Oh boy, did he address it. Oh boy. To say that I was right about Rehab Room is an understatement. I fucking called it. Okay? I didn't just call it. Alright? I had a premonition. I predicted it. After all the times I, was entertained by watching, holy shit. I just realized the graphics on these trees is amazing. But, okay, back to the topic, right? Uh, so, Rehab Room, formerly known as Incel TV. Huh. Incel meaning involuntary celibate. Guys who suffer from severe or acute, forms of whatever disabilities, physical, mental, emotional, social, whatever, right? And I'm not trying to write them off or anything. I'm just trying to say that, like, well, those are incels, right? Rehab Room is not an incel. I'm going to timestamp in my comment, in this video, the exact time where Rehab Room, like, basically admitted he was never an incel. I repeat, he was never an incel. Now, a lot of people, maybe himself included, will say, well, he's just using this as an example for his video. And to that I say, you must have smoked yourself fucking retarded, my guy. And here I am trying to, like, cut back on this, but it's a celebration, man. It's a celebration. What are we celebrating? Well, the realization that Rehab Room, along with other, elements of the Islamic encroachment into our society, have coveted homosexuality. How do we know this? Well, what is the main criticism of these so-called men? If we just break it down, LCD, what is it? It's other men. The LCD, the lowest common denominator of every one of these guys, their problems, right? Like, think about it like this. Aspen Gold probably knew about Hassan because the aforementioned agency that they work for, and then that made them antiquated with each other. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday. Got to kick back, relax, and enjoy the vindication, the realization that I am more of an influence on, the internet affairs. Like a guy who's like, I've never really made videos outside of like, maybe I think last year and this year. So, and I was just doing it for fun, right? Like, no, yeah, last year, and I was just like, just uploading like stuff from my PS4 because I had PS4 at the time, and now I have PS5. I got it, like, whatever this year. And yeah, I was never really, aiming to be a YouTuber. But then I realized that, like, well, my headset has a microphone, and my controller has a microphone, so, you know. Oh my god, that's some good shit. Oh, but for real though, like, the fact that Rehab Room is not an incel right? Self-admitted. And whether he's gonna walk that back or not, is up to him. But I saw the video. People can check it out. It's his latest Friday video. If he didn't take it down, or if he didn't alter it, he most likely left it in there. And I'm gonna do that whole like timestamp bullshit just to make sure that like people know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I'm not trying to like throw shade, because it's like you don't want to be calling, you know what I mean, like someone who identifies as something like a fraud without evidence, without reasonable doubt. I mean, not reasonable doubt, like you know, straight up like facts, right? What am I talking about? Reasonable doubt, motherfucker out here talking about how he has lost his virginity. He dumpster died. He is not a virgin. So wait, what is the fucking point of calling yourself Incel TV, aka Rehab Room? Oh, that's right. You rebranded yourself as Rehab Room. But does that mean you got laid? But before, when you're Incel TV, you didn't get laid? I smell bullshit. I smell it. I want to know why. Think about it like this, right? He's talking to guys who are at their most vulnerable, who are like, giving him details about themselves, which they probably wouldn't want the general public to hear about, to know about, right? Now, why would someone, a man, want to know about the goings on and like, the affairs of other men? It's the same reason Hassan can't get, as in gold, metaphorical dick out of his fucking mouth and shit. Straight up, like, has Asmund Gold on his fucking brains, just nonstop. Trying to trash this guy, trying to beat him down, trying to berate him. Sometimes people in his chat, and I gotta give his chat credit, because like Hassan thinks his chat is this like unison, this genuine like group of people who will have his back no matter what. Dog, the people who bought your Porsche were your parents and your uncle, not your fucking fan base. All right, but don't get it twisted. Like this is what I meant about like Hassan and Asen Gold being like complete and utter opposite. You know, it's like. Also, did you notice that even though Asmongold has significantly more money than you do, outside of like your inheritance, um, he doesn't flaunt it at all. Like he does comment on it here and there, but again, like you guys are opposites, right? And the reason why I say Rehab Room and um, fucking Hassan, why did I forget his name for a second? Fucking Hassan Piker. What is his real name? Is it Abby or Piker? I'm just gonna call him Piker. Piker, like the Candy Man. You turned him down to a fight. Actually, if the gloves were padded enough, like to avoid like imminent brain damage, I would like with a very strong boxing guard for my teeth as well, like want to fight Sam Hyde. I was feeling like in the mood for death, pain, imminent suffering. Where's the Candyman at? Candyman. So, why? Why did he do it this entire time? Like, make up all these studies, do all these videos, comment, rate people's appearances. Holy shit. And I said it from the get-go! I said it from the jump! And look, there's nothing wrong with being this way. Right? I had an employer, and jobs were hard to come by back in the day. This was before COVID, by the way. And yeah, he was of the Rainbow Clan, if you will. But he was pretty actually mild. He was like a secretive kind of guy. He didn't want me to talk about him or like let anybody know. And I just like knew in the back of my head that like yeah, he's protecting the both of us, because it's like it's not just so much that he's protecting himself and his identity and stuff, but it's like if people knew that like oh my employer was Rainbow Dude, you know what I mean? It's, what do you do for work, Trevor? Yeah. What the fuck was I talking about? Okay, so Rehab Room, Hassan being someone is like one of those things that Once I learned about it and was vindicated by it, it was all too you know, appreciative. Like as you can see, like I just partook in my asthma medication, my asthma preventative medication. Giving myself a little bit of onset of the things. It's kind of like a vaccine, how vaccines work, minus the syphilis. Yeah. But yeah, like the craziest thing, right, wasn't so much that I put like all these comments in his videos to like play video games and all this to some people it'll be childish, but like once you understand like the money behind it is actually pretty solid, it's not that bad, right? But the thing that I want to bring up the most is he literally watched my, not just any of my videos, the one I call the masterpiece. And anybody who's browsed my channel knows exactly what video I'm talking about. Actually, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Let's see. What is that video called? I want to see like the viewership and everything on it. Oh, we laugh so hard. We down, 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 down. Where is it? Yep. Aw, see? Everybody, like, they see the title and they just run from it because of, like, what it says. The title of the video. What it says. Okay? The title of this video is They Run to White Women. And I capitalized white and I capitalized women to emphasize how bad they run to them. I told you, this video, despite the fact that it's 28 minutes and 26 seconds, it is a masterpiece. I honestly do not think in my entire YouTube career of bullshittery that I could have ever made a video as good as that one. That video is just, it's priceless. I want everybody, every single country. This is like how you educate kids with sexual education and stuff. When they get to like the later age group, age category, it's like, all right, you're old enough to learn some real shit. All right, cool. Let's watch Trent's video about they run to white women. And like the funniest thing about it is like, despite the fact that it's like a fucking hilarious premise, it like in this world, in this current time, like I'm saying this in the year 2025, August 15th, right? This is when I'm saying this, and in this current day and year, saying that is actually sane. Yep, yep. I'm the right one. I'm on the actual right side of history. Unlike Pedro Pascal, who can't keep his hands off of his like fellow actresses, actors. He's very touchy guy. Reminds me of somebody, a certain moderator for a certain Hassan Piker. Wait, actually, how many moderators did he have? He had like two of them who got outed so far. So I gotta be specific. Yeah, it's the one that likes to show off. Yo, I had sex with all these girls. Then Hassan's trying to dodge. He's like, yo, no, I gotta disassociate myself with this guy. He's too much. He's too much for me. Yo, what are you doing? He like picks up his phone. He turns off his feed. What are you doing, man? You're making us all look bad. Oh, dude. Shit. Vindication. Because like now that I know every single thing I said was right, I know how to proceed forward. Like if you're watching this channel and you know how like the deep uh unvocal feelings of these gentlemen have permeated and allowed it to shape their persona, and I say in Hassan it's very detrimental, but in Rehabroom I'd say like he's trying his best to be constructive, despite the fact that he knows, like subconsciously, he knows he has a disposition, right? So the word subconscious is very a very funny word, right? Like when you throw it around, it's like your subconscious in your sleep, your subconscious when you're like you're breathing and stuff, like semi automated, if you will. So this is the automated response. Like I said, the Myron Gaines was going to be my litmus test, my actual uh, portrait as to what it would look like for every one of these guys, not only to get exposed and come out of the closet, but like their behavior afterwards and like their demeanor and your mannerisms, all that stuff. So in the case of Myron, he obviously got exposed hardcore. Like the pictures are. I don't see how you call yourself straight, my guy. Like, in fact, I don't think you are. You're not. You're not straight. No straight man has pictures like this. These are very, they're much, man. They're too much. Oh, I think I lost this. Oh, no, I think I won. Okay. Um, so, Myron gets exposed. Everybody clowns him. Fresh and fit. I mean, not fresh and fit. Abba and Preach. Just the usual like YouTube commentary channels, just like rip into him this here and there, and yeah, he just had a perpetual denial of it and pretended like it wasn't that big of a deal. And Hassan is very much the same way. And now that I know the actual truth, the facts, the details behind Rehabroom, now I know that he is. I told you, dude. This is the corporation. This is the business of homosexuality, corporatized and restructured in the form of religion. And you're supposed to take it down, like drink it down like fucking harsh medicine and shit, because you're not worth anything. In the world of Islam, Sikhism and stuff, you are a very much a second class citizen, right? Like your women dress inappropriately, you don't covet the ways of their faith, and most importantly, you possess things that they desire, and to make up for their inequalities, right? Like it's the same. Like when you take it back and you look at it from I guess a bird's eye view, if you will. So you take Myron, you take his religion, you take Hassan, you take his religion, you take Rehabroom, you take his religion, and what do all three people have in common besides their religion, right? It's what they do. It's how they act. It's how they react. It's all the same, and it's all due to the fact that their homosexuality has been corporatized. It is a business to dismerit not only men who are more successful than you, but women. It is a two-pronged approach. And that is why Hassan has aligned himself with other homosexuals. Like think about that. It isn't just this like leftist talking point or any of this bullshit. Everybody knows that he's using these homosexuals, right? He's using them to like gain notoriety, affinity with his political class, party, whatever. And the only reason he actually tolerates them is because the other side will not. Like the right, like a lot of people on the right, and I could be wrong about this, but when it comes to hardcore flag waving homosexuals who are very much out to change society for their benefit, yeah, it's no question. Like people on the right just aren't having it. I don't think anybody is. Like I don't want what is it? A pedophile story time. What do they call it again? Drag story hour. Some nutcase bullshit like that. And when you think about how Hassan has aligned himself with these people, right? And then you think, wait a minute, but he can't be. But that's what the corporation is. That's what the business is, right? You don't need to know the truth. You don't need to know the facts. Like, think about like how, and this is gonna sound a little mean spirited, but I was like a guy like this. Okay, I'll admit it. Um, in high school, when a person acted too flamboyant or too eccentric, And I think I actually got into a semi fight with a homosexual because I don't know. I think I was a dumbass kid in grade 9, but like I liked this girl. I guess I wanted to impress her or something like that. I forget that it was like the vaguest reasons, and I put like gum in his hair, like a fucking retard. But again, like you think I was the worst? There was this one guy, and he was like, for I don't even actually think he was a homosexual. I think he just pretended that he was, or something like that. It was just like he had a lot of friends who were girls, so everybody assumed that he was gay, but he never had a boyfriend, to my knowledge. And like he just seemed way too, likable, right? And one day, he was just walking home, and he got badly and brutally assaulted. Just for being. It was the sign of the times. Like that's how things used to go down, right? So I bring this up because it's like I know what it's like to be, homophobic to the nth degree, and like, not want to make a concession to the other side because you just, as a man, you just appear weak, right? You're like, oh, you like guys now, you like, whatever. But we all have to come to terms with the fact that this turn of events has, you know, changed the world. Now we know, like, this isn't about world domination. It's about the acceptance of your secret life that you pretended that nobody would know or find out about. You guys watch my videos. You guys are trying to come at me. You guys are trying to come at Asmon Gold. You guys are trying to come at like more Pegasus for some reason. And Mudahar for some reason. I'll throw him under the bus. Yeah, it's all Mudahar's fault. Him and his Nvidia Series 5. Stupid AI. Fucking